Hello, gorgeous people. Okay, so as life is in a pandemic, life happens around us. I am going to do this right now so that I can be able to see and let you all just come on into the Celtic Rain radio show because it's time, guys. Very, very, very soon we will be starting everything. We've got 2 minutes until I just start playing some beautiful music for you guys. So it is time right now for you guys to come on in and have a great time with me. You might see a dog walking by every once in a while because, well, as you know, pandemic is here and I am at home. You might hear some dishes in the background because my 12-year-old has decided right now is exactly the time to make dinner. And it is what it is. This is the Celtic Rain radio show, and I cannot wait for you guys to come in and experience this experience with me, with you. It's going to be a really great, great show. So we have another 1 minute before we start all of this. I can tell you from this is what I can tell you. I have been dreaming about this for 5 years. It's been something that's been on my heart for a very long time. And I've wanted to do this because, frankly, there aren't a lot of places for independent artists and artists of small labels to be able to play their music. And so I wanted to make sure that there was a place for people to play their music. Now, a little bit of a plug here. Yes, Celtic Rain has their own music. I will be playing our music a little bit every time, but I will be playing a lot of other people's music from all sorts of people all over the place. And what I'm asking you guys to do is this. You ready? If you're a small label or an independent artist, please, please, please send me your MP3s and a bio to Celtic Rain 777 at gmail.com. Celtic Rain 777 is down at the bottom at gmail.com. That is what I need from you guys so that I can play your music. Really, not very many things that are required. I play all genres of music, including Christian, by the way, or other religions. If it isn't, it just can't be offensive. It can't be, and you have to be a small label or an independent artist. And, it has to be made well. Please, if it's just, if sometimes, I don't know, we've made stuff in our small little home studio that's been amazing, but make sure that it's made well. That's all I'm asking. Okay, guys? Really, really awesome stuff. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm really excited to see who comes on tonight and just listens with me because we have some amazing artists. Let me just tell you about some of the artists that we're going to be hearing tonight. Tonight, we are going to be hearing from a lot of different artists. You guys ready? We're going to be hearing from Robin James, kind of a smooth jazz vocalist kind of situation. We're going to be hearing from Bradford Ray Bailey, another kind of jazz guitarist. We're going to be hearing from Kelly Miller. It's kind of a blues, piano, drum, vocals kind of mix. We're going to be hearing from Molotov Monday. You heard some of Molotov Monday last week. You hear a little bit more of them. Again, if the more you send me at Celtic Rain 777 at gmail.com, MP3s, the more music you send me, the more I have to play of you. So don't just send me one song. Send me as much as you can so that I can determine, I want to play this. This is good stuff. I have found some amazing music. You guys are so talented. It's been really amazing to watch. And then we're also going to hear from Robert Bruce Scott, and we're going to hear from, of course, Laughing Jack. Laughing Jack is going to be our band of the day. So you guys are going to get to know Laughing Jack a lot more. We're going to have an interview with Laughing Jack. Beautiful, beautiful group. And I cannot wait for you guys to get to know Laughing Jack. We're also going to hear from Mark Farrell. and from Dr. Celius Amadeus, kind of a sea shanty kind of group. Really interesting. We're also going to hear from the Lonesome Troubadour. It's a country, kind of nice little, has kind of a growly voice. It's kind of interesting. We're going to hear, of course, some more from Laughing Jack and some from Celtic Rain. Just saying, you guys, it is what it is, right? So I love you all, but this is my show. I get to play my music too. Yay! Celtic Rain stuff. And then we're gonna hear from Darwin's Prophet and a little more Laughing Jack, and we're gonna hear from Peter Burns, and we're gonna hear from Perceived. And we're going to hear from Mike Romas. So we have a lot of different people on tonight. Okay. And so there's a lot of music. It's 2 hours worth of music. Actually, it's more like an hour and a half because about a half an hour of that is the actual interview with the band. And you guys are going to love Laughing Jack. Love them. I have known these guys for so long. And some of them in the band, I'm just now getting to know. But some of them in the band, I've actually played with and had a great time with throughout the years. So you guys are going to have a great time with them as well. This first set of songs is really beautiful. We're going to hear A Dull Day by Robin James. It's kind of a smooth jazz with vocals, piano, drums, and keyboard. I got a lot of jazz and other just really beautiful mixes of instruments. This one is a very beautiful mix. Then we're going to hear from it's called Displace by Bradford Ray Bailey. It's kind of a jazz guitar, jazz band mix. It's a jazz band mix with a jazz guitar as the lead. And so it's very gorgeous. Very beautiful. And then we're going to hear I Don't Know Why I Do What I Do by Kelly Miller. It's kind of a blues, piano, drums, female vocals, keys, electric guitar, bass kind of combo. It's very beautiful, very amazing, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, you ready, guys? I will be playing that for you. Right now, let me just make sure I have everything in line.
Strolling through town, no one's around, and it's a dull day. Visit a friend, need a pet, so maybe I'll stay. It's right having trouble with friends. Girlfriending, given a chance, and it's still a dull day. No one is phone. They leave me alone. So what do I do? I walk with my cat, my old friend Patty's like an old shoe. He'll be getting married soon. His old friend Penny in June, and it's still a dull day. I used to be strolling through town, no one's around, and it's a dull
All right, give me 2 seconds. We're gonna make sure that this is a better sound for you guys. Give me 2 seconds. I am going to make sure that this is so much better for you. Let's see if this works.
Strolling through town, no one's around and it's a dull day. Visit a friend, I'll need a pitch, so maybe I'll stay. His wife is having trouble in France. His girlfriend didn't give him a chance, and it's still a dull day. No one is phone, they leave me alone, so what do? I walk with my cat, my old friend Patty's I can most shoot. He'll be getting married soon to his old friend Penny in June, and it's still a dull day. I used to be pretty good at keeping myself amused, but right now, outside the little TV, I end up semi-confused. Outside of a little TV, I end up semi-confused. I'll keep up my chin, I won't be giving in to a bit of sluggishness. I'll stay in my room with this dulcet little tune and make the best of it. They could come and take me away tomorrow sometime anyway, so it'd be a dull day.
You guys, that was amazing. I love opening a beautiful show with beautiful music. Now we get to hear something amazing. You guys ready to hear from Laughing Jack? Cuz it's time, guys. We get to hear from Laughing Jack. Oh my gosh, guys, I am so excited. We are here with Laughing Jack. They are some of my favorite people in the whole entire world. I have hired them for gigs before, just saying, not me personally paying, but other people paying and bringing them into beautiful situations like the Scottish Highland Games and other things. They play in so many other situations, and I am so excited to get to know them and to get to know how they became a band. So, guys, question. What is Laughing Jack?
Gary,
Anybody?
what's Laughing Jack?
No idea.
Well, I wrote a song called Laughing Jack. And when we decided to form and what we were going to name the band, that's just what we settled on. It's a song about pirates.
Oh, pirates are
The Laughing Jack is actually the flag that they flew, and it's like the skull and crossbones. The skull kind of looks like it's laughing, and it's got like a heart, a red heart for a tongue. So that's the flag that the pirates flew. That's where we got the name from.
Very nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. So how did you guys meet? I know you guys, some of you play in some other bands together and everything, but did that start? How did you guys meet? How do you make Laughing Jack?
Well, Gary and I played together in Hog-Eye Navy. I joined that band in 98 or so. And so I played with that band for 10 years and with Gary in the band. That's how I met Gary.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen Hog-Eye Navy quite a bit. I know you guys from like way past. Hog-Eye Navy is like here in my heart. But what about the other two? There's two extra people in this band.
I early 80s, I think, my first exposure to the trail to these gentlemen here was following a car over to the Lotus Sticky Festival in Cincinnati.
Okay, this needs a lot more explanation. That's hilarious. So you followed them just like out of the blue?
So it's not them. No, but in the car in front of me was a gentleman named, Captain from Hog-Eye. And there were feet hanging out of the window of the car.
Nice.
And as it turns out, that's how I got exposed to all these gentlemen. So
nice. You're like, follow the feet.
Follow the feet.
We can get there. I know we can if we follow the feet. Where were you trying to get to again? That you followed the feet?
Lotus Sticky Festival in Cincinnati.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, and that was Terry Bellner's feet.
And you got there. So that's good to know. That's good to
Follow
know.
the feet. That's how you got it.
So that's my introduction to this whole group of crazy people.
Nice. So how did they ask you to be in the band?
Well, I was the last fiddler in Hog-Eye, and I think I was with them about a year and a half, 2 years before they moved out east. And Gary and I were the two existing members that were still in Indianapolis.
Nice.
And Mario and Dimitri, and we all just went, hey.
There you go. We got to make something else out of this. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, Mario. What about you? How did you meet these crazy people?
Oh, that's a good question. So Dimitri had left Hog-Eye, and he started a band called Ennis Clare. And I was playing Irish session music, and I would show up every once in a while, and people would say, "Hey, do you know Dimitri?" And I'd say, "No, I have no idea who you're talking about." And I thought he was this old bagpiper that I had seen, or Irish piper, Illian piper. And it turns out he was not at all that person. And so I met him finally at the Eagle Creek Folk Festival put on by the Dulcimer Society. And we're playing at a session, Irish session, and he asks me, "So do you own do you play tenor banjo?" And I said, "Well, I own a tenor banjo," because I didn't really play much tenor banjo at the time. And so he said, "Well, you want to be in my band?" Because the tenor banjo player in that band, John Andrew, he didn't want to be in the band anymore. He wanted to do other things, or he wanted to trade out. And so
It happens.
yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. And so I
A
said,
lot.
"Sure, I'll play some gigs." And so I was in Ennis Clare. And then when Hog-Eye broke up, then Gary continued playing by starting Laughing Jack. And the guitar player in that band also had played with Hog-Eye. That was Eric Peterson. But he also played with Ennis Clare.
Do you see a
And so he
pattern?
played-
You know,
he
Do you
played
see a
guitar
pattern
in that band.
happening?
I played
Yes.
tenor banjo in that band. And so he left and he moved to LA, and there was a guitar spot open. And so I said, "How much are you going to pay me?"
And
I
we
love
said
that.
We said,
And they
the
said,
same as we always
Nothing.
do. 0. Yeah.
"Twice as much as you usually get." So
oh
I said,
my
"I'm
God.
in."
Right? It was hilarious because, you know, Celtic Rain, we're a Celtic band, and it's hilarious. Everybody plays the same gigs. Everybody
Right.
gets to say hello to everybody. And that's how I was like, I said, okay, I'm starting this radio show. I think I'll bring on all my friends.
That's right.
I'm like, let's bring on all the Celtic bands I know.
Yeah.
But that's my first choice. And so I was like, because I've played with them before.
Yeah.
But I have to say, you guys have never asked me to play with you before. So I'm just going to say.
Well, give us time.
Give us
Right.
time. Yeah.
We're not asking anyone to play with us currently. So
Well, that's true. COVID is ridiculous
we're not
crazy.
even playing together ourselves.
No.
No.
So I know
There
it's
are-
really harsh, but what kind of music do
There
you
are a
guys
lot of
normally
Celtic-
play?
There are a lot of Celtic bands in Indianapolis, but they just all kind of share the same musicians.
That's exactly
That's
right.
true.
That's-
Yeah,
that's-
They do.
true.
It's very Icelandy of us.
Oh, I like
'Cause-
that.
Yeah, because Iceland shares all the same musicians because it's
A
so
lot of
small.
DNA.
They all,
Small.
yeah, it's very Bjork of us. Very Bjork of us.
Sure.
Anyway, so what kind of music do you guys normally play when you play music?
Well, Laughing Jack in our business card, it says that we are purveyors of acoustical tunes, ballads, shanties, songs of America, Ireland, and the British Isles. So
Very nice.
that pretty much covers it. We're purveyors of tunes and songs.
Purveyors. I like
Yeah.
that. We are purveyors.
So,
meaning we may know it, we may not. And
that's
if we
right.
don't,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah.
We're
So
purveyors.
Gary and Mario sing a lot of folk songs, both older and more modern songs. Liz
nice.
and I are mostly instrumental. I sing a couple tunes, just a couple here and there. But Gary does all the sea shanties.
that's
Mario
beautiful.
does a couple, but that's Gary's
I like that.
his wheelhouse. Yeah, are those
So
two.
we're gonna be listening to "I'm Not Irish." So tell me about this song.
All right. Well, this is the song I wrote several years ago. We were playing as the group Laughing Jack. And I don't know if you're familiar with the Aristocrat Pub, but we were doing
Oh,
a gig there. And as the gig was over that night, they got a little bit of a stage and we were packing up. And there were two gentlemen on the other side of the railing. And I overheard them say, talking to each other. And one of them said, "I'm not Scottish or Irish." And I leaned over and said, "No, you just love to drink and sing." And everybody started laughing. And then I went back packing up. And then I thought, that might be the seed for a song. So I kind of wrote it down in the palm of my hand. And then a couple of days later, when I had a chance, I wrote the song. So that's what
That's
that's
awesome.
what it started from.
That is absolutely beautiful, because sometimes we can get inspiration from all sorts of places, and drunk people, that's like the best inspiration of all.
I love that.
Just saying.
Very
It's
true.
just the best. It's just so best. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to this beautiful song called "I'm Not Irish" and have a lot of fun with it. And we'll talk to you guys very, very soon and get a little bit more about you guys. Sound great? Hello, beautiful people. Okay, so where we are now, we have three amazing songs for you. You guys ready? Of course, we just learned about I'm Not Irish. You're going to hear that from Laughing Jack first because they are our premier band. So you're going to hear from them first, of course. And then we're going to hear Sheriff Woeful by Molotov Monday. Now, you heard a little bit of Molotov Monday last week, and you're going to hear a little bit more today, and it's going to be really amazing. It's really a cool group. It's very harmonic, and it's kind of a story song about a sheriff who takes over a town. It's kind of interesting. And then you're going to hear I'm Going to Take Care of You. It's a kind of a rock ballad about loving family by Robert Bruce Scott. And if you know anything about Robert Bruce Scott, he is in a lot of different groups. You might have even seen him dress up like a Klingon. Yes. He does dress up like a Klingon sometimes. But yes, so that's going to be a really fun time. I have had the most fun times, and then we're going to have some more music right after that. So you guys ready for some of the most amazing music? Here we go.
March 17th a year ago, while playing in a pub, I overheard a gent say to another, "What's up, bud? Oh, you're not wearing green at all, you know it's St. Pat's Day." As the other fella downed his pint, he answered him this way: "I'm not Irish, I'm not Scottish, I just love to drink and sing. And I got no need to don a kilt or wear another green. No political persuasion or troubles that they bring. I'm not Irish, I'm not Scottish, I just love to drink and sing." Just this music makes me happy, and although I don't know why, oh, I can't blame my family tree or matrimonial ties. And I don't know the difference from a slip jig or a reel, but my feet just keep on tapping, and I like the way it feels. I'm not Irish, I'm not Scottish, I just love to drink and sing. And I got no need to don a kilt or wear another green. No political persuasion or troubles that they bring. I'm not Irish, I'm not Scottish, I just love to drink and sing. And when it comes to drinking, that's what I'm all about. And I'm really not too picky if it's whiskey or it's stout. No, all I need's good company to pass the time along. So let's call a barmaid for a round, sing another song. I'm not Irish, I'm not Scottish, I just love to drink and sing. And I got no need to don a kilt or wear another green. No political persuasion or troubles that they bring. I'm not Irish, I'm not Scottish, I just love to drink and sing. Before the night was over, he bought the band around and said how he'd enjoyed it so and all the fun he found. I thanked him for his kindness and I asked him for his name. He said Angus Mac O'Malley, Patrick Fergus Puddingtane. I'm not Irish, I'm not Scottish, I just love to drink and sing. And I got no need to don a kilt or wear another green. No political persuasion or troubles that they bring. I'm not Irish, I'm not Scottish, I just love to drink and sing. I'm not Irish, I'm not Scottish, I just love to drink and sing. And I got no need to don a kilt or wear another green. No political persuasion or troubles that they bring. I'm not Irish, I'm not Scottish, I just love to drink and sing.
to town. Woeful was his name. He came to shut it down, rebuild it in his name. Brandishing his badge and flourishing his gun, the people were no match when the massacre begun. Town. The men were all but dead. The women were close too. The dead were all was left. No one else to subdue. With the population gone, Sheriff Woeful took control. The survivors were all hung, and the death bells did toll.
Doesn't seem so long ago when we first met and first realized we're gonna watch the fire grow. And you know, my daddy told me a long time ago, he said, son, take care of the good things in your life. Well, you know, you're the best thing ever happened to me, and I'm gonna take care of you. Yeah. Well, that first glance, that first step, that first dance, we were cutting gonna take care of you. Yeah, you know I will. So let's get up and give it another turn, and we'll make this room spin around. Well, you fancy dress and fancy dancer, we'll show the whole world what I found. Yes, we will now. Let's show 'em. Or maybe a little something like this. All right, let's bring it in now. And you know, my daddy told me a long time ago, he said, son, take care of the good things in your life. Well, you know, you're the best thing ever happened to me, and I'm gonna take care of you. Yeah, 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 I will.
Well, guys, that was amazing. That's right. So, here we go, guys. Some things to think about next. We have 3 songs that we look at every single time. So every single time I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to talk to you about 3 songs. If not 3, there's 4, but most of the time it's 3. And our next set is Crystal River by Mark Farrell. It's kind of it's a country tune. It's a love story about a wonderful place to be. Sometimes you just got to get away, right? Be in that wonderful place. We've had so much amazing music. And you know what I found? So many people are sending me their gorgeous music. I'm so excited. You know what you guys can do? If you want to send me your music, send me MP3s to celticrain777@gmail.com. Send me your music and a little bio about you, and then we will be able to play that here, because all I really require is 2 things. Really. There's a third thing too, but it's not that big of a deal. The first thing is it has to be independent, or you have to be independent or a small label artist. And number 2, it has to be okay. You know, send me your music. We'll work with you. It's the most beautiful thing. And it's a family show. Can't be offensive. So we're going to have some beautiful music coming next, which is just amazing. And it's going to be Crystal River by Mark Farrell. Then we're going to listen to Damned Ship High Adventure. It's by Dr. Silas Amadeus. It's kind of a sea shanty. So it's kind of in the Laughing Jack style, right? Although Laughing Jack you will hear from next after the 3 songs you're going to hear from Laughing Jack. And then you're going to hear Copperhead Row by the Lonesome Troubadour. This is probably my favorite name ever. I'm just going to let you know that, like, the Lonesome Troubadour, you have to be a country band to have this name. I'm just saying. The Lonesome Troubadour, or like a Spanish band, like, you know, something where you would pull guns out of your guitar case and, you know, you totally just have your way with that. But it is actually country. Country has a very growling, this vocalist has a very growling voice. And yeah, so this is one that is homegrown. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. So I hope you guys enjoy this completely, and let's see what we can do. Okay, you ready, guys? All right.
Crystal River, a sacred place to me. A time in my life with such clarity. I lost my dad when I was 19. And Lord, don't you know, took its toll on me. Bristol River is where I wanna be. You see, everything has changed. It ain't what it used to be. Oh, we can't go back. We're stuck in reality. When the sun comes up, there'll be another day. We'll see. My brother saved my life with this number 6 dream. She's always by my side, and she sure can sing. Crystal River is where I need to be. With the weight of the world hanging off the back of me. A place we all want, called our destiny. Crystal River.
was a terrifying sight. A ship called High Adventure, her sails set wing to wing. Aboard her decks a ghostly crew, at eerie dirge they sing, and it's hi-ho, set your backs to rudder. You're crewing for the devil now and sailing straight to hell. Give me hi-ho on the damn ship High Adventure. Eternity before the mast and damn your soul to hell. Stands before the mast, a saber at his side, with blazing eyes and baleful glare he watches for his prize. A curse from mutineering, a curse for murder too, to sail the seas eternally and lead his ghastly crew. And it's hi-ho, set your backs to rudder. You're crewing for the devil now and sailing straight to hell. Give me hi-ho on the damn ship High Adventure. Eternity before the mast and damn your soul to hell. Pleasure here remains, and it's hi-ho, set your backs to rudder. You're crewing for the devil now and sailing straight to hell. Give me hi-ho on the damn ship High Adventure. Eternity before the mast and damn your soul to hell. See the ragged sails, the dead faces of crew. Oh, whether I keep on your soul, adventure comes for you. And it's hi-ho, set your backs to rudder. You're crewing for the devil now and sailing straight to hell. Give me hi-ho on the damn ship High Adventure. Eternity before the mast and damn your soul to hell. And it's hi-ho, set your backs to rudder. You're crewing for the devil now and sailing straight to hell. Give me hi-ho on the damn ship High Adventure. Eternity before the mast and damn your soul to hell.
Well, my name's John Lee Pettimore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. You hardly ever saw Granddaddy down here. He only come to town about twice a year. He buy 100 pounds of yeast and some copper line. Everybody knew that he made moonshine. And the revenue man wanted Granddaddy bad, headed up a holler with everything he had. Before my time that I've been told, he never come back from Copperhead Road. Now Daddy ran the whiskey in a big block Dodge, bought it at an auction at the Mason's Lodge. Johnson County Sheriff painted on to the side, just shot coat of powder and he looked inside. Well, him and my uncle put that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. And the sheriff came around in the middle of the night, heard Mama crying, knew something wasn't right. He's headed down to Knoxville with a weekly load. You can smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. cheered for the Army on my birthday. They draft the white trash first round here anyway. I done 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan, and I came home with a brand new plan. I take the seed from Colombia, Mexico. I just planted up a holler down Copperhead Road. Now the DA's got a chopper in the air. Wake up screaming like I'm back over there. I learned a thing or two from Charlie, don't you know? You better stay away from Copperhead Road. Copperhead Road. Copperhead Road. Copperhead Road.
Hello, beautiful people. And this is just what it is. It has been an amazing time so far. I am so excited about what is happening right now. It is just so beautiful. Just so beautiful. I am so excited. I know next what's going to happen is this. You guys ready? We get to hear another entrance from Laughing Jack. You're right. We get to hear from our band of the day. Are you guys ready to hear from our band of the day? Yes, Laughing Jack, the most beautiful. Well, we're the most beautiful Celtic band, but because I'm a little biased, but they just bless my heart every single time. You guys ready? Laughing Jack, here we come. Okay, so we are back with Laughing Jack. That last session was so fun, talking about so much beautiful music, shanties. We heard some amazing music between the last session and this session. I cannot wait until you hear a little bit about them. So let's start this thing. Mario, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been playing guitar for a long time. I took lessons from the same guy that taught your husband, Brett Terrell. And I played classical guitar for a long time. And I played jazz, and I decided that classical guitar was too lonely. And so I decided to play folk music. And I started playing American folk music and fiddle tunes on guitar. And I decided to pick up a mandolin. And then I got invited to play some Irish sessions. And then I got invited to play some St. Patrick's Day gigs. And from there, I decided that I should learn more tunes. And then eventually I got invited by Dimitri to join an Irish band. So that's how I got into Irish music. But
you should talk to Samuel. You guys would have the best time talking about your journeys. Yeah. That would be hilarious.
And we've talked a lot in the past. And I'd love to get in touch with him again. I play other music too. I play in a gypsy jazz band called Dukes of Django, and I play at the Irish or at the farmers markets, usually in duos, just nice fiddle tunes and things like that. And then I play a lot of rock and roll.
Okay, so we are back with Laughing Jack. That last session was so fun, talking about so much beautiful music, shanties. We heard some amazing music between the last session and this session. I cannot wait until you hear a little bit about them. So let's start this thing. Mario, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been playing guitar for a long time. I took lessons from the same guy that taught your husband, Brett Terrell. And I played classical guitar for a long time. And I played jazz, and I decided that classical guitar was too lonely. And so I decided to play folk music. And I started playing American folk music and fiddle tunes on guitar. And I decided to pick up a mandolin. And then I got invited to play some Irish sessions. And then I got invited to play some St. Patrick's Day gigs. And from there, I decided that I should learn more tunes. And then eventually I got invited by Dimitri to join an Irish band. So that's how I got into Irish music. But
you should talk to Samuel. You guys would have the best time talking about your journeys.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
And we've talked a lot in the past. And I'd love to get in touch with him again. I play other music too. I play in a gypsy jazz band called Dukes of Django, and I play at the Irish or at the farmers markets, usually in duos, just fiddle tunes and things like that. And then I play a lot of rock and roll. So I try to be pretty varied. And occasionally I'll pick up some Bach and still play Bach. So
nice.
Yeah.
So you're their rock star. You're the rock star of the band. Then.
I wouldn't say that, but yes, I am the rock star.
Totally.
Very nice.
He would let us
Very
sing.
nice.
He
would let you say that, but he doesn't want to.
Exactly.
Nice. So now what about you, Dimitri? Tell us about yourself. You are an interesting fella that I know of.
Thank you.
Interesting fella.
Yeah, I've been told that. Yeah. So I'm a classically trained trumpet player. So I've been playing trumpet all my life. You know, picked it up in the 5th grade and went to university playing trumpet and music education. But I always wanted to play the Highland bagpipes. Growing up in high school, I listened to Fiona Ritchie and Thistle and Shamrock just all the time, and I really wanted to play pipes. And when I got out of college and made enough money, I bought my first set of pipes. And so been playing the Highland pipes ever since. And wanted to play in competition pipe bands and that kind of thing. But at the time, I was a high school band director, and marching band season for high school bands and competition pipe season is exactly the same time. So couldn't do it. But that, if you play the pipes, you can play the penny whistle, and I played penny whistle, and that led to the Irish flute, which is other than trumpet, my real love, the Irish flute. So I started playing that, and every once in a while I'd bring the pipes to a Hog Eye Navy gig, and Terry would say, "Hey, did you bring the pipes?" And I played like just one set with Hog Eye, and that led to being in the band with Hog Eye. So I played with them for 10 years, started my own band, Ennis Clare, after that. And, as Mario alluded to last segment, that Ennis Clare went through a couple of iterations while Hog Eye was doing the same thing. And eventually the 4 of us got together from 2 different bands. So that's kind of led us to where we are with Laughing Jack. And of course, I played trumpet, play a fair amount of jazz, not as much as I'd like to, certainly not as much as I do Irish music. But I also am the director of the Indianapolis Ceilidh Band, and Ceilidh Band, of course, is like a competition dance band for
very nice
for Irish music. And if you're in the Ceilidh in Ireland, if you're in the Ceilidh Band, that means you're the best of the best. You're like the rock.
There you go.
Of trad music,
Nice. In fact, Ron said to say hello. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Ron says hi.
Ron plays the drummer in the Ceilidh Band.
Yes.
And then of course I run the Irish Arts Academy of Indianapolis, teaching all types of Irish music and language and song. So deeply embedded in the Irish music community. So.
That's awesome. Okay, well, Liz, we're up to you. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I actually am a hammer dulcimer player.
Ooh,
and I've been playing that since I was 14. So but nobody will let me bring it to the
What? They won't let you bring it?
Not true.
Not true. Not true.
Not true.
That is horrible.
No, anyway.
So beyond that.
I,
That's horrible.
I lived in San Francisco for a while where I was a street musician with the hammer dulcimer, like literally
Very nice.
here in Daly Square, Fisherman's Wharf, all that good stuff, begging for money. But I picked the fiddle up when I was out in San Francisco. And I mean, the music out there was just phenomenal. It was just the late 70s was just the perfect time for folk music in San Francisco. Anyway, so long story short, I ended up in Indiana. Another time, I will tell you about that another time. And
we'll have you back on just to talk about that.
yeah, no. So I live in Columbus, Indiana, and I teach, except for I'm not now because of COVID, but I teach strings, violin, ukulele, guitar, mandolin, whatever
Nice.
else, anybody, banjo. Even though I can't really play half of those instruments, I teach anyway. A piano and hammer dulcimer. Yeah, and just really miss my band buddies.
You know, COVID will be over soon.
I know.
Hopefully. Cross every single digit you have. So, you know, there you go. All right. Well, it brings us to Gary. Gary, tell us about yourself.
All right. Well, it's kind of like there's the before Indy and the after Indy. And my folks were from West Virginia, and I'm not going to get into it too much, but I got a love for folk music in general.
You only have 30 seconds, Gary.
When I was 5.
my mom's dad, at any rate. And I grew up in Danville, Illinois. Well, in '89, I moved to Indianapolis, and I knew Terry Fellner, who was the head of Hawkeye. And shortly before I moved over here, I was in reenactment. I did Rev War reenacting. That's how I met Terry, singing around the campfires and stuff in the evening. He would go to a lot of the same events. And when I moved over here, then I got with Terry, and I've been singing with him and Hawkeye for over 30 years almost, till the band broke up a couple years ago. And from that band, I went into with the Laughing Jack. And like I say, I met Liz and Dimitri through Hawkeye. And then I was familiar with Mario, but I hadn't really performed to him before he came to Laughing Jack. But it's been a good relationship.
He's just, you know, he's just such a superstar, rock star.
With these musicians, I don't consider myself a musician. I'm more of a singer, but I'm really honored to be playing with these guys. So.
That's just amazing.
Okay, I'm going to say this for all the singers out there who are trained. We are also musicians. Thank you very much. This is an instrument.
And Gary is definitely a musician.
There you go. See, we are musicians.
I consider myself more of a performer probably than an actual singer.
Yeah, but
he is also a performer and a character.
That's right.
A character. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
He is a very, very fine musician.
You cannot be a character if you have. You can't not be a character if you have the mustache and that beard that is going on. That in and of itself, just the mustache and the beard are a character in and of themselves. If he walked away, the mustache and beard will still be doing something, I'm sure.
Don't let him fool you, though. He is a fine, fine musician.
Oh my gosh!
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, well, tell me about Across the Western Ocean. Somebody. What is this next song we're about to hear?
Well, this is a song that I sing, and this is kind of a song in self-defense because Gary always, and he should. This is his band, but Gary always gets the prime spots. He always gets the first song. He always gets the last song, and the middle songs too. And I thought, I need to have a song that just has impact, that will just, people will just, they'll be knocked over, and then Gary will have to find another plateau to reach to in order to follow this song. And so I searched all of the oracles and the chronicles, and I looked through everything I could find to find a perfect shanty to put a rock and roll beat to. Because
he's the rock and roll star.
here.
Exactly. And I was inspired by the great Bo Diddley, who has his own rhythm named after him. And
Very nice.
And I was able to meld this sea shanty with this rhythm. And it's not just rock and roll, and it's not just a shanty, but it's a rock
magic.
shanty.
It's an anthem. It's an anthem.
So basically, I ripped off a bunch of people from YouTube, and I came up with the version of Across the Western Ocean that we did.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So it's you and Queen. Right?
Right.
You.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, I get it. Now, if you're not as good as Queen, everybody's going to judge you. I'm just saying. But
not nearly as good.
there you are. No, I'm just just kidding. All right. Well, guys, we are going to listen to that and so much more. We'll have Laughing Jack back for one more time. So let's say hello and goodbye for just a moment. You guys, even when video doesn't work, audio does. I love the hearts of Laughing Jack. They are amazing. They blow my mind sometimes. Sometimes they have the biggest hearts, and their musicianship is ridiculous. I've played with some of them, and I'm just like, okay, so I'm going to keep up with you because I can. But at the same time, I am making sure that I am on my top game. They are just top notch. It's beautiful. So, of course, the first song we're going to hear is Across the Western Oceans. You've heard all about it, how it should be an anthem very close to Queen. And if it's not Queen-like, then you should definitely tell them. Let's have a lot of fun with that one, right? Because come on. Let's just have a lot of fun with that one. And then after their song, you're going to hear Don't Panic. I don't know who is I'm sorry, but my husband loves. Who doesn't even know Don't Panic, right? The world blows up. Everybody figures things out. It is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but at the same time, there is a song called Don't Panic, and it's done by Darwin's Prophet. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. It's a steampunk piece, which is just going to be so fun to listen to. And then after that, before Don't Panic, because I completely, bring that to me, Samuel. Come on, bring it to me. My husband is helping me in the background. Yes, because he is a gorgeous person. So before Don't Panic, you have Celtic Rain with Salute to David Allen. Yes, it is my band, Celtic Rain, playing Salute to David Allen because Samuel and our piper wrote an original piper piece with classical guitar for a beautiful friend of ours who passed away. And it's called Salute to David Allen, or Salute. And it's beautiful. But then after Salute is Don't Panic by Darwin's Prophet. So I put it a little out of its, out of its range, but still, you're going to have so much fun with this because why? Don't panic ever. Don't panic ever. So here we go. You guys ready? And here we go.
Oh, the times are hard and the wages low. Amelia, where you bound? I'm going where the cold winds blow, across the western ocean, across the western ocean. The land of plenty, that's where I'll be. Amelia, where you bound? I will sail across the western sea, across the western ocean, across the western ocean. Make my way. Amelia, where you bound? To the Yankee school I will take my pay, across the western ocean, across the western ocean. There's a Liverpool Pat with his sailor cap. Amelia, where you bound? And Yankee Jack, that old packet rat, across the western ocean, across the western ocean. Packet ships, I say. Amelia, where you bound? They will steal your store and soul away, across the western ocean, across the western ocean. Now, mother, father, please don't cry. Amelia, where you bound? And brother, sister, wave goodbye, across the western ocean, across the western ocean. And the wages low. Amelia, where you bound? Well, the Rocky Mountains are my new home, across the western ocean, across the western ocean. Thank you. Thanks.
watch the infinity that's right under your nose. You know you're bound to go where no man's ever thought to go. The captain of your ship has lost her grip, but she won't let it show. If you slip into a black hole, don't panic, don't panic. If you can see into my soul, don't panic, I won't let go. Breathe a little deeper, sugar cookie. I can smell you baking up the idea that you can control the galaxy. You might just have a brain that weighs a wee bit faster, warm than all the mortals you have tasted before feeding me. You know you're bold to go where no man's ever thought to go. The captain of your ship has lost her grip, but she won't let it show. If you slip into a black hole, don't panic, don't panic. If you can see into my soul, don't panic, I won't let go. I won't let go. Think more with your fingers and less with your tongue-tied logical concluding. You can't have your see and smoke at two. I could be the anomaly. I could be the missing link between reality and your point of view. You know you're bold to go where no one's ever thought to go. The captain of your ship has lost her grip, but she won't let it show. If you slip into a black hole, don't panic, don't panic. If you can see into my soul, don't panic, don't panic. If you can lose control, I might just make it so. Engage.
You guys, that was amazing. Okay, I'm just going to say this. This has been the most amazing evening with you guys. I am just loving listening to this music with you. I am loving seeing your comments and having the most amazing time with you. You know what I've decided? There's one band that we've already, no, two bands for February. One for February, one for March that we've already interviewed, but the rest I'm thinking we should bring on live for you guys. What do you guys think? Live for you guys between 9 and 11 on Tuesday night. I think that would be beautiful, yes? I have a heart's desire for that. Well, guys, guess what? You get to hear from Laughing Jack one more time tonight. Let's just hope the video and audio sync up correctly. But at the same time, if not, you get to hear from one of the most amazing bands out there. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous situation. So I cannot wait until you hear the last interview I did with Laughing Jack. You guys ready? Here we go. And take it down. Hello, this is Laughing Jack. Again, for the last time. We did that just because, Mario already showed us his future.
As well, so
and you should at least see the future of the whole
hands
band.
aren't gone away.
As you see the future of one of its members. Sorry, picking on you a little bit, but I love you. I would have to say this though before we end anything. You guys have beautiful places to find your music, yes? Where can we find your music?
You can find us on Facebook, of course, facebook.com/laughingjackband. And if you're looking for us on the web, we are www.laughingjackband.com. Gary, why don't you want to look up Laughing Jack?
Before we picked that name, I Googled it to see if there was anything out there, and all there was a guy who was a clown in Florida, and then so we go ahead and we pick the name, we go ahead and use that, and then it's like a year later, maybe not even that long, the next thing you know, they've got some creepy Jack in the Box,
creepy murder clown.
Right?
Yeah,
Murder
it's like it's they call it creepy pasta, and it's like this morbid laugh in the box clown, and it's like
No.
just look off, it's like everything.
Always put
So-
band afterward.
Right.
So
Laughing Jack Band.
www, so 3 W's, .laughingjackband.com.
.com. Yep.
Perfect.
That's
Band.
our
That was
website.
a band at the end.
Yep,
Band.
you can
I
find
know.
us there. We are
I get it.
also on Bands in Town too. So if you like that app, Bands in Town, which is a great app by the way, because you can pick your favorite artist, and when they come close, it'll notify you. So we're
nice.
on there too. So that Bands in Town, you can log on to that and find us there as well. But Facebook,
We've got some spots on YouTube also.
I was just saying that, but I'll talk about it a little bit later. On my YouTube channel, which is Dimitri Music, YouTube, a lot of Laughing Jack performance there. So Dimitri Music and a lot of
Dimitri Music. Yeah, there's a lot of him. There's a lot of Dimitri on Dimitri. Well, I would assume there would be a lot of Dimitri on Dimitri Music, but there's also a lot of Laughing Jack, and that's beautiful. That's awesome. Do you guys have any what are you guys planning for the future? Let's just say COVID went away. What is there anything you guys are planning for the future?
Actually, we do have something we're planning.
I would quit my real job.
If COVID ended.
No, if COVID ended, I would quit my real job and just play music 24/7.
We actually have something in the works. Gary, you want to tell them about your album idea?
About my what?
Our next album project.
Oh, project. Yeah. Well, it was actually supposed to be our first, but we got this opportunity to do a concert and we recorded that live. So that was nice. I was wanting to do a pirate themed kind of a album with shanty and different pirate songs, few of them that I've written. And that's where the Laughing Jack, like I said, came from. So
nice.
We'd like to get that album, perhaps done here in the next few months or whatever, maybe at least recorded or whatever. So that would be one thing it'd be nice to do.
It's a great time to do that. I mean, when you're in quarantine, you've got no time but the present, right? To just record and have a great time with that. So that would be beautiful. We'd love to hear that. When that comes out, please let us know. We'll have you back on. You can debut it. And we can have a great time with that for sure. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. We're waiting for that now. Now that we know, we're waiting for that.
We can't wait to do it, but it's hard to get together right now.
Yes, absolutely.
To rehearse. So.
Right. In a COVID world, it is tough to get together.
In a COVID world. That is going to be
that didn't make it any easier.
Whole thing for 2020, 2021.
Huh?
What did you say, Gary?
I said, yes, that doesn't make it any easier.
No.
No. Well, okay, so tell me about this last song that you guys are going to be debuting. It's called Donegal Danny. Well, tell me about that one.
Donegal Danny? I believe it's a Phil Coulter song. It's a song I heard a group from Ireland do, and I sang it with Hawkeye as well, but we never recorded it. Laughing Jack has been able to record it. It's on our first and only CD right now. But it's a bit of a contemporary folk song. It's about I did a little twist of it. I ended it different than what he wrote it. He's like a tramp or a street person who used to be a sailor, fisherman, and he got in their boat wrecked, and all of his friends died, and so he's part of the chorus is his name, Donegal Danny, and but I put a little bit of a twist at the end. I turn him into a ghost, so it's like
Oh, well, that's nice.
He's not just. It's like at the very end, it's like he's there and he's telling this story, and the chorus is kind of like he's making a toast almost to his friends and that have perished in that. And at the very end, the bartender sees him. He gives us toast and that, and the bartender sees him disappear. He kind of turns into the cloud of smoke or whatever, and it's kind of upbeat. And it's kind of a crowd pleaser. We end on it a lot of times.
Nice. Well, we're going to listen to it next. I do want to say, because this will be the last time we hear from you on this show, I want to say thank you so much, guys, for coming on and being a part of this show. I'm so excited. This is my second show for the Celtic Rain Radio Show. Yay! And you guys are so beautiful to my heart, make my heart sing, for coming on and saying and being a part of this. I will obviously have you back on because, you know, you're just part of our Celtic family. So there you are. But I really, really appreciate you guys coming on and being a part of this and really just being a part of, frankly, my 5-year dream. This for me is a part of my 5-year dream. I dreamed about this about 5 years ago, and it's coming to fruition. I'm learning so much and I am growing every day. But I thank God for the people in my life that have been put there, like you guys, to just help me along the way and be a part of this dream with me. So thank you so very much.
Rebecca.
Thank you for letting us be a part of your.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks so much.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Okay. You guys, you have to understand it's a growing experience. And I am learning so much. What I'm learning is this. We are going to make sure that our bands are live for you guys every single time. Make sure that every single time the bands are on there, you guys can ask questions. And we may or may not be able to answer them within time. But yeah, starting next week, we're going to make sure our bands are live for you. Okay. Because it works better that way. I'm learning this process just like everybody else. It's my second week, but I can tell you this. We have our last set of music right now. And it is beautiful. You guys ready for this? Of course, by Laughing Jack, it's Donegal Danny. Because they're the band of the day. They are amazing. They are a beautiful, beautiful group full of gorgeous people who are so, so talented. I can't wait for you to hear that. Then we have Rain Man. It's a prog rock kind of situation by Peter Burns. It's very Doors-like. So if you like the Doors, you're going to like this. It's very amazing. And then we have Living Hell. Yeah, you heard me right. It's by Perceived. It's heavy metal, lyrical piece, but it has amazing vocals. You know, I love it when something is just a little heavy or a lot heavy, but yet it switches something around and it gives you creative vocals. For me, that makes it all worthwhile because I'm a vocalist. I get it. I understand. And then you have Coffee Post and Cigarettes. It's a little bit of a prog rock piece as well about friendship, and it's by Mike Ramos, and it's going to be a beautiful piece to end with. I can't wait for you to hear all of this and understand. I'll be right with you to say goodnight, but this is the last of our 4 pieces. We adore you. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you had the most beautiful time ever. It's going to be amazing. and I cannot wait until you hear us again every Tuesday night from 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. Yes, I know. It's weird because at Tuesday night, it's not Saturday, it's not Sunday, but it's Tuesday. You get to turn on the internet and you get to have fun with me, Rebecca Lawson, part of Celtic Rain and the Celtic Rain radio show. Thank you so much. And I cannot wait until you hear this right now. You guys ready for this? It's gonna be gorgeous.
I remember the night when he blew in from the winter, cold and damp. A giant of a man in an oilskin coat and a bundle that told he was a tramp. As he stood at the bar, he called for a pint and turned and gazed at the fire. On a night like this, to be safe and dry is my one and only desire. So here's to those who are dead and gone, to friends that I hold dear. And here's to you, and I'll bid you adieu. Tell a Donny go Danny, and hear me boys. Donny go Danny, and hear. Oh, then in a voice was hushed and low, he said, listen, I'll tell you a tale. How a man of the sea became a man of the road, and never more again to sail. Well, it fished out of heart and killed a big hard glass, and even Baltimore. But the cruel sea, she's beaten me, and I'll end my day upon the shore. So here's to those who are dead and gone, friends that I hold dear. And here's to you, and I'll bid you adieu. Tell a Donny go Danny, and hear me boys. Donny go Danny, and hear. On a night like this, in the wind and rain, we set sail out of Killabeg town. There were 5 of us from sweet Donegal, and 1 from the county of Down. We were fishermen all who'd worked the sea and never counted the cost. Oh, but who'd have thought ere that night was o'er that my fine friends would all be lost. So here's to those who are dead and gone, the friends that I hold dear. And here's to you, and I'll bid you adieu. Tell 'em Donny go Danny, then hear me boys. Donny go Danny, then hear. Hey. When the storm it broke, it drove the boat to the rocks about 10 miles from shore. As we fought the tide, we all hoped inside to see our homes again once more. As the ship struck a rock and hold the bow, and the crew all knew she'd go down. Overside went we into that icy sea, as we prayed to God we wouldn't drown. So here's to those who are dead and gone, to friends that I hold dear. And here's to you, and I'll bid you adieu. Tell 'em Donny go Danny, then hear me boy. Donny go Danny, then hear. Oh, by St. John's Point in the early I drag myself onto the shore and curse the sea for her cruelty, and I vowed the sailor nevermore. And ever since I've wandered alone, traveling, trying to forget that awful night I lost all my friends, and still I see their faces yet. Then he gave a toast, he downed the pint, and the hair, it bristled on my skin. For as I looked across the bar that night, he vanished like smoke upon the wind. So here's to those who are dead and gone, to friends that I hold dear. And here's to you, and I'll bid you adieu. Tell them, Donnie, go, Danny, can hear me, boy. Donnie, go, Danny's been here. So here's to those who are dead and gone, to friends that I hold dear. And here's to you, and I'll bid you adieu. Tell them, Donnie, go, Danny, can hear me, boys. Donnie, go, Danny, can hear. Thank you.
You always were the one who never could quite get along with your contemporaries. One foot in the past and the other kicking through the dregs of the day. It's not okay to oversimplify. There's nothing we can't do. There's nothing we want to. A busman's holiday, we're going all the way. Every seat is occupied and Bob's the driver. He doesn't drink no more, he's given up the flags. You might say he's a bit of a bore. He wears silk pajamas, which he never did before. Has a special mix of muesli. Eats a bowl for breakfast, lunch and tea. And old arthritis is eating at his joints. And it's St. Patrick's Day. It's not long now before the daffodils are in full bloom. It's St. Patrick's Day. The spuds are in the ground and the pubs are filled in the afternoon. Something died, resolved itself and solidified. I never set out to be a disappointment, but I wasn't going to apologize. It's nice here with the Ray-Bans on. It's nice here with the Ray-Bans on. It's nice here with the Ray-Bans on.
'cause I can't stop this madness till the end of time. Where nobody's waiting for you. Nobody's waiting for you. This life you're living here. 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 So glad to hear from you, old friend. Every so often I will stop and wonder what has become of my old friend. Whatever happened to the man that I once knew? All I can do is wish you well and hope that you will remember. All I can do is wish you well. When I get lost inside my head, I'm living in the days when we were brothers. Those were such happy times, my friend. I realized they'd gone by, and I began to cry. All I can do is wish you well and hope that you will remember. All I can do is wish you well. All the days and nights together, writing songs about whatever, coffee pots and cigarettes, lived our lives with no regrets. You'll always be a part of me in every single song, so you'll be never gone. All I can do is wish you well and hope that you will remember. All I can do is wish you well. All the days and nights together, writing songs about whatever, coffee pots and cigarettes. We lived our lives with no regret.
You guys, I have had one of the best nights ever. I have listened to some beautiful music, got to know Laughing Jack a little more than I ever knew them before. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Laughing Jack. It has been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time, and I have loved it. Thank you, everybody. So much gorgeous music. So much. Again, I'm going to say this one more time. just because I love to. If you are an independent or a small label artist, please, if it's not offensive, understand it's a family show. It just is. Send me your music. I want to play you. The whole reason I started this, the whole reason was because the people that need their music out there who are amazing, amazing artists just played. Like Celtic Rain, right? Like other artists out there, because we don't have the money to push our music. So my show is for you. That's right. Number one, you have to be an independent or small label artist. If you're a large label artist, you don't need me. You got a lot of money behind your name. You're going to be perfectly fine. Number two, you have to not be offensive. I said that again, and I'll say that again and again and again and again and again. It's a family show, people. We need to make sure that we do not offend people. We need to make sure that it helps our hearts. Understand, I do all genres. All genres. You heard me right. You do not offend me with your genre. I love complexity. I love it. It makes my heart just sing. It helps me to know that I'm helping other people. Because frankly, to be completely honest, my genre is never played on regular radio. And now it gets played because it's my radio show. Therefore, I will play me. Yay. But still, at the same time, it's so sad because I have so many friends who are so amazing. They are so amazing and they never get played. And we hear the same stuff over and over and over and over again. Come on. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. So, you ready? If you have something to send to me, send it to CelticRain777 @gmail.com. Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky. 777, the numbers, @gmail.com. Give me an MP3 or MP3s. If there's multiple and there's too many, put it in a Google Drive. It's amazing what things can do nowadays. But and I will play your stuff. I promise. The only thing that will stop me is this. If it's just horrid, I will contact you and I will say, okay, these are not meant for radio yet, and this is how we can fix them to make sure they are. Because I believe in mentorship. I believe in an understanding that says your music is valid and is worthy. Therefore, let's help you make it better to make it ready for other people to hear. That literally is my heart. I just can't say any more than that. I hope one day that people remember me because of the love that I've given to people. And so I tell you this, thank you so much for coming to my show. I have had the best time with all of you. Hopefully, you will go to CelticRain777 @gmail and give me your music and your bio, or you will tell us what you thought of our show, and it will be a beautiful thing. This is the Celtic Rain radio show. And I know it's radio, but at the same time, at this moment, it is for your eyes and your ears, and we love you. And we thank you for coming and experiencing the Celtic side of life. This is the Celtic side of life. open and honest, just for you. Thank you so much, and have an amazing night. Bye, guys.